Are you the type of person that's ambitious, that's a go-getter, that nothing can stop you when you want something, that when you get an idea and you start it, you just go and you go and you go and you go till you accomplish it? Me too. See, a lot of us that are ambitious go-getters, we tend to start things and just go. And we go and we go and we go because we want to get it done. We're so excited about working on the project, about making progress, about getting it done, about building and creating what it is that we've envisioned that we wanted to create. We have that in our blood. We want to start, and we want to at least the closest we could possibly get to finishing. And in order to do that, we'll sacrifice taking breaks, eating, sleep, family time, social events, anything that happens. All we want to do is get it done and finish it and show it. All you want to do is see it complete, see it come from in here to out here. But what ends up happening, unfortunately, as much as we think that the quality of our efforts and our work stays at 100, it doesn't. It starts at 100, but after a certain amount of time, it just starts going down and down and down. And although you still think you're making progress, which you certainly are, its quality has gone down quite a bit. And you may not notice it because it's little by little. But as you get closer to the project being complete, which is the most important part, the end, the final details, as you get closer, those little details is what really makes it just go pow. You find that your quality of work has just gone lower and lower and lower. I've seen this happen quite a bit. The first stories that come into my head is 2 involving myself, 1 involving my neighbor kid, and another one involving my son. 3 of those 4 stories have to do with the same topic. For all my skaters out there, or anybody who has skated, has any kind of skating in their resume, you know what a nollie is, and you know how difficult it is to actually land one, let alone get started and get the format on how to start trying to land one. And some of you probably already know where I'm going with the very infamous sound of trying to nollie. Now there's a difference. There's the smooth, elegant sound of a nollie and landing it. It's a tiny little snap. Ta-da! When you snap it and then you land it. But then there's the loud sound of you're nowhere close in successfully completing a nollie, which is clack, clack, das, clack, clack, das. Over and over and over and over. That was all 3 of us. Me many moons ago, my son, and my neighbor. 1, I didn't care about the sound or the effort because it was me doing it. The other 2, one was on this side and she was determined. I knew what type of person she was. She was determined to accomplish the nollie. And it was days on end. Clack, 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 clack. Then there was my son. Same deal. Another story I remember is myself. One of my first businesses, where I was determined to get it to where I wanted it. And I was starting this business from nothing. There was no template, there was nothing that I could grab and create. This was before the internet as we know it today. I would spend hours, days. There was no rest time. Literally, there was no rest time. This was before the whole hustle thing was even talked about. And I would just go because I was determined to finish. I created something from nothing, and it took a lot of time. It took a lot of effort. It literally took blood, sweat, and tears. I missed out on a lot of stuff, regrettably. I sacrificed a lot of things, regrettably. And although I did accomplish and build it and successfully completed my vision, looking back at it now, it probably could have been much, much better overall. Not so much the quality of what I wanted to build, but the lifestyle behind it as I built it. So see, what happens is that the effort starts off real good. The effort starts off with 100% on your battery pack. You're ready to go, you want to start, and you just go. And you start the first 10 nollies, and the next 10 nollies. Now you're at 20, now you're at 40, now you're at 60. Keep in mind that maybe you're outside. It's warm, it's hot, it's sweaty. Your muscles can only take so much. You're on your 200th attempt. You're not even doing it right no more, but yet you're still burning every bit of energy that you have left in your body. Same with like doing a business or working on something on your car, maybe something that doesn't take so much effort, such as like an ollie and skating. It still takes a lot of your brain power, your emotions, your time. You work 23 hours out of the day, 23 hours out of the day. You can only do that so much before the quality of work starts going down. But it's so subtle you don't notice it. You think you're making 100% progress, but in reality, little by little. The next day now you're doing 98% quality. Then the next day you're maybe doing 97% quality, and 96, then 94. And you don't know it is that the quality of your work is going down, down, down. You still think you're out there grinding and doing the thing, and although you are making progress, the quality of your progress is slowly diminishing. So I found the solution to that is do it a lot. Because you're passionate about it, you're ambitious, you're a go-getter. Do it a lot, but don't overdo it. The biggest thing I can push is to have a schedule. That's just half the battle right there. If you could schedule the time that you're gonna work on that thing that you wanna go get, that's half the battle right there. Scheduling it is one of the important elements to not overdo it. Now, of course, if you have a schedule, then you're gonna have to have a plan. And you know how that goes. If you have a plan, then you have to have a purpose. And if you have a purpose, then you need to have a set of goals that will fill your plan. So you see how it gets the thing going? It gets the process going. Once you have a process, then you're able to accomplish what you want to do in steps. By having steps, now you're able to measure any progress that you're having, because it's possible that you may not be having any progress. At that point, you're running in circles. But all of this should be done with the set amount of time. Let's take an example. Every day, because I know my go-getters out there ain't thinking days off. Every day I'm going to work on this thing that I want to get, whatever it is. Whether it's your health, whether it is for wealth, whether it is for love, for yourself, for others, whether it is for happiness, overall happiness. You got to set a time. I'm going to do this 7 days a week, 365 days for a year, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Whatever the schedule is, I'm going to work on this thing from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. every single day. I noticed that the biggest thing that happens when you set a time is you create a sense of urgency. I only have this block of time to work on the thing that I really, really love and I'm passionate about. So I better not waste a minute refreshing my emails, checking videos that I shouldn't be looking at because they have nothing to do with making me better, walking around to go check something or go get something to drink when you're not even really thirsty. You'll notice that that set time becomes super, super valuable to you. A huge realization that I had is that I found out by paying attention that everything that's in rhythm just sounds and works better. Music, the sun, it goes up, it comes down. The moon, it appears, it disappears, all in sequence, all in order, all in a rhythm. Your heartbeat. What sounds better? Music that's out of rhythm or music that's in rhythm? Someone who's dancing. What looks better? Someone who dances with beautiful rhythm or someone who's straight just out of rhythm? It looks like a train wreck. The seasons, you hear me talk about those a lot. You have summer, fall, winter, spring, always in a rhythm, always in an order, and they're always doing the same thing every time they come around. So being in a rhythm is just natural proof that everything works better when you're in a rhythm. So if you can rhythm out your project, rhythm out what it is that you're working on, it works a whole lot better. The most recent thing that I've done where I've used this technique of setting a schedule, setting a time, and just working within that bracket of time was working on my house. I'll take a couple of specific tasks that took place just to give you a better example. It was my garden and painting the front fence. I had said that I'm only gonna work on my house. I'm gonna dedicate these days and this time to work on my house. And it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I wasn't gonna do anything else but dedicate my time and my effort to working on my house. So what happened is Friday would come around and all tasks that were taking place that day were going to be dedicated to my house. The garden, sweeping, weeds, painting, whatever needed to take place, that what was going to happen. Power washing, arranging, decluttering, anything that was going to take place was going to be dedicated to the house. Same for Saturday, same for Sunday. Come Monday morning, it was back to work. Even though I had something halfway done and really I was so close to finishing and I wanted to finish it, I wouldn't, because it was now work time. So it was time to put full day's work on my work and no more things for the house. So this was Monday through Thursday, nice long full days of hard work, which would allow me to get excited about what was to come on Friday, because I was going to be able to finish planting the flowers. I was going to be able to finish painting that fence. I was going to be able to finish power washing that thing, for example. But also what would happen is that I would put so much more excitement and effort into my work because I took long 3 days off from what I love to do, which is my work. So I was like, it was torture because I'd had to stop doing the other thing I loved, which was work, and I couldn't do it because I had to dedicate it to my house. However, I also loved seeing the progress that I was doing in making my house look just a little better than what it did. So it was a hand-in-hand thing. I was putting in my energy and I was able to also decompress from work while working on my house. And then when I would start working on my work, I would decompress from the long, hard days of work that I was doing on my house. So I was like using up my batteries here, but charging these batteries. And then when I was working on these batteries, I was charging these batteries. It just worked hand in hand. In just a couple of short months, I was able to complete the tasks that I wanted to complete in both work and at home. I was able to finish my garden, paint my fence, and also at work, I was able to accomplish a few goals that I had set that I wanted to reach, all because I was able to put everything in a schedule. So what's a good formula for my fellow go-getters, for those ambitious ones, for those who just want to start and finish and get it and get what's yours? Go get it. Go get that thing. Go do that thing. Do it. Do it a lot. But just don't overdo it.